Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Java course 2023. In this video, we are going to discuss about variables and data types. So what are variables in Java? So variable in Java are like containers in which you can store some values. The values can be of different types. Okay. So as an example of variables that you can relate is, in your home you have various containers to store various items, like you store cooking oil in some container, you store salt, sugar in some container, you store kerosene in some container, washing powder in some container, right? So like that, you have variables in Java in which different values are stored. But when you create a variable in Java, Java says, okay, you want to create a variable, but what type of variable you want to create? So you may now ask that what does it mean that what type of variable? So now you cannot store cooking oil in the container of kerosene, right? And you cannot store sugar in the container of salt. Perfect. So similarly, there are different type of values. Some are integer values, some are floating point numbers, some are boolean values, some are characters. So you cannot store one value into some other container. So you need to define a data type. You need to define the type of a container, type of a variable. So in Java, there are two types of data types. First one is primitive data types. Okay, primitive data types. Now Java has 8 primitive data types. So first is byte. So byte b equal to suppose 2. Now byte is mostly used in case of file handling or file uploading and downloading, or something related to file operations, or sending data, sending an image or a video in terms of across the network. So it's used mostly there. We generally don't use it. It is stored the integer values. Okay. Next is short. Short is another data type which is used to again store integers, but the range in which it can store integers is very less and it is rarely used. Okay. The most commonly used data type which we use to store integers are int. So int I equal to, suppose I say 50. Okay, you can store the integers up to the 10 to the power 5. Okay, so 10 to the power 5 or 6, you can store it in the integers. It has a big range. Next data type is long. Long is to store more numbers, more bigger numbers that cannot come in, that cannot be compatible with this or that cannot come inside the integers. You can store in long. So this compatibility means, suppose you have a container of 5 liters in which you want to store cooking oil, and you have brought a packet of cooking oil of 10 liters. So you want to store 10 liters of cooking oil, but you have a container of 5 liters. Can you store that 10 liter cooking oil in 5 liter container? No, you need a bigger container. So that's the difference between int and long, and it's the difference between byte, short, int, long. So generally we use int, but if numbers are bigger, we use long. Then we can have decimal numbers also. So for decimal numbers, we have float. So float is used as a decimal number type. Oh, sorry. Float f equal to 56.76 f. So we need to write this small f at the end, so to denote that this is a float type. Now float also has a limited capability to store the decimal numbers. So for bigger decimal numbers or more decimal point numbers, we use double. So in general, double is used for this purpose, So you can store as big as you want. Okay, right. Next is char. Char is used for storing characters. Now characters are like A, B, C, D, capital A, capital B, like that, and dollar. So actually, in these characters represent the ASCII values. So we will talk about this ASCII values in some other videos, but these characters represent some ASCII values, like A represents 65 here. Okay, so like that. So if we want to store some characters, then we have C. Sorry, character, char, and there is one more data type called boolean. So boolean, bool equal to, it can be true or it can be false. So it stores only two values, true or false. So if you want to store such data types, whether you want to store true or false, then you can use boolean. Now these are the primitive data types. All these have a fixed size allocation. Whenever you create a variable, you create byte, you create short, everyone in whenever you create them, Java programming language has given them the fixed size allocation in the memory. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why Java is not purely object oriented programming language, because it has primitive data types. So to overcome this, or to increase the functionality of this, there are 8 more types of data types, and this is the second category, which is known as object data types, or you can say as wrapper classes. Now we have not talked about wrapper classes and objects still, but since we are talking about data types, let's discuss them. Wrapper class data types. We will have a separate video on this when we will discuss when we would have learned about classes and objects. Then we would extensively know about this wrapper class. For now, you can say that there is a integer class. Okay, let's start with byte class first. Byte, bt. So we can store byte here. Okay, then you have short class, sh equal to 56. It's the same as what you have seen, what you are seeing here. Okay, both have the same use case, but they are fundamentally very different when you go deep inside these classes. So when we will cover the topic of wrapper classes, then we will see what is the difference between the primitive data types and what is the difference between this wrapper classes. Then we have long. For long, we do long equal to 790, for example, and at the last we write big L. So this is how this is done. Then we have float, fl equal to 56.23f. Okay, then we have double d db equal to 4567.90876. Okay, then we have a character class which stores character. So ch equal to, you can store like t. Okay, and then finally we have a boolean class, boolean bl equal to. Now in boolean, though you can have true false like this simply, or you can have like, you can do this boolean dot true, right? So this is also you can do in this way, but generally we prefer to just allocate true or false, right? True or false simply. So these are the various data types in Java, but when we are going forward, when we will be using when we are going to use the variables, we will be using primitive data types. Okay, for now you can just know that these primitive data types are faster than this wrapper class data types, means the performance is better when we are going to use this one. The reason will come later. One more thing, in the next video we will also talk about how Java program is executed. Okay, how it is compiled, interpreted, or not interpreted, and how it is basically work, how JVM works. This will, we will also cover it, right? So in this video we have discussed about variables and data types. In the upcoming videos we will discuss about more Java topics. So stay tuned for that. Till then, bye bye.